Listen, America, I want to share something with you. And I don't really, look, you watch me, you invite me into your home every night. So I'm just going to be honest with you and tell you some of my experiences. When I was 13 years old, my mother committed suicide. She was an alcoholic. We were poor. She got a divorce. She was addicted to prescription drugs because that's what people did back then. Women who couldn't find their way, the doctors were like, "Oh yeah, just take this. It's no big deal." And she got hooked, and it was a bad scene. It was a bad scene. When I was 13, she left a note next to the crock pot. Said, "Dinner is in here. Everything's going to be fine. There's more in the refrigerator." She left. I never saw her again. My mom thought that we would be better off without her. She was wrong. For a long time, it's one of the things that made me be an alcoholic. When I was in my 30s, I got to the point where I was in a fetal position on the floor of my bedroom in an apartment I could barely afford. And I had a choice of life or death. I really thought that it was my destiny to repeat my mom's mistake. I had a choice. I was either going to repeat my mom's history or I was going to change my life because it was completely unmanageable. That was my pivot point. That's why I believe people can change, because I did. It was a struggle. But in that struggle, I learned something really, really important. And I watch my friends. I have a friend who's losing his house. In fact, I have two friends who are now losing their house. I have a friend who's lost his job. I have a friend who I have been up at night with because they are suicidal. I have a friend who is addicted to prescription drugs just exactly like my mother was. I live in an area where it's all Wall Streeters and bankers who their world has just been turned upside down. And these are good people. As I talk to them, as I think about the things that are going on in their world, I know because I have gone through it. And I know that we are going through a refiner's fire right now. And it's a good thing. We are being put... Do you remember that scene in Ten Commandments with Cecil B. DeMille? When Cecil B. DeMille said, "And he went out into the desert." And remember, and Moses was struggling, and he had nothing. No, there was no water. And only in the end, when he could walk no more, he was ready to be molded by the hand of the Maker. We're being put through a refiner's fire. Some glorious miracles are going to happen in our life. I really, truly believe that. But it's up to you to make it. It's up to you to realize that you are here for a reason. You are not being tested. I don't believe in tests. God doesn't play games with us. He's molding us. He's shaping us. You are playing a critical role, just like my mother played. She maybe thought she was tested, or maybe she thought she couldn't get through it, or maybe she thought just that we were better off without her. She was wrong. She was wrong. She should have been there. You're here for a reason. Don't give up. We'll make it, and we'll be better for it. Back in a minute.